I've got a secret for you. Most hypnotists don't know, never learn unless they've gone through proper training, such as 5 Path certification. Here we go. What is the secret? The simplest secret, a 3-part secret to successful hypnosis sessions. They are confidence, confidence, and confidence. All right, let's dig in and get right at it. The first kind of confidence is a confidence that a lot of your clients come with, but maybe just a small amount. You've got to move it up to big confidence. And that is they have some level of degree of confidence that hypnosis can help them. Now, this might have been because their mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, friend has been helped with hypnosis in some way. Or they may have read some research, or they may have been referred to you by a medical professional or helping professional of some kind. When they do that, they come in with a level of confidence. Now, what I want you to do with that is build on it. The way you do that is by talking and having a really good pre-talk. Now, my pre-talk is done on video. I did an excellent pre-talk. I've worked on it over years and years and years. The current version is the Hypnosis Pre-Talk 3.0, and it's really good. It's about 20 minutes long. When people get done with it, they have more confidence in hypnosis because the first thing I do is I remove fears and misconceptions about hypnosis. Then I'm going to talk about how hypnosis is a natural state, how hypnosis is recognized by the American Medical Association, American Psychological Association, and such things. So with that, I boost their confidence to the highest level I can in hypnosis. Now, the next thing, just as important, these 3 things are all very, very important. The second is confidence in you as a hypnotist. I mean, it stands to reason there's some really poor hypnotists and then there's some really great hypnotists. And we want them to have a really high level of confidence in you. How do you do that? I want you to think about this. I say it in class all the time. I say it in my mastermind groups. I say it at speaking events. Hypnosis is a confidence game. If you don't get their confidence, there's going to be no game. So what I'm talking about is they have to have confidence in you as a hypnotist. Now, if they came in by referral, they have a level of confidence, mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, whatever, that you've helped, high level of confidence, but you want to take that even further by knowing hypnosis is a confidence game. That means you want to provide a truthful, consistent, and professional message to your potential clients before they ever come in contact with you. All of your advertisements, your website, any videos you put out, any social media stuff that you do needs to build confidence in you as a hypnosis professional. Don't put silly stuff out there. I see hypnotists that think it's a really good idea to put silly videos about themselves or other things on Facebook. That doesn't build their confidence in you as a professional. So you want to keep that in mind. Anything on the internet about you does one of 2 things. It either boosts their confidence in you as a professional or it lowers it. So keep that in mind. Your website, you want it to appear simple, clean, professional, easy to use. Then, when they first contact you by email or by phone, you need to make sure you speak to them in a professional way, a respectful kind of way. The other thing is when they come into your office, be it a virtual office or a physical office, it needs to reek professionalism. All right. So when I do these videos, sometimes I do them from in my office, using my office as a background, and sometimes I use a picture of my office as a background. Right now, that's a picture of my office in the background where clients will sit, music that goes on, and then I've got a desk over on the other side that you can't see. But when they walk into my office, it says professional. There's nothing in there that's silly, nothing in there that would drop their trust in me. Okay. So building trust, building confidence, they're all the same thing. You want to have your certificates of training or education prominently displayed on your website and in your office, because I call it the halo of authority. When I'm talking to my clients, behind me, I can have my certificates and that kind of thing. On some of my earlier videos, I have an angle where I have a picture in the background like I do now, but instead of having furnishings, I have some certificates up there. This helps to build confidence in you. Now, another thing you do to build confidence is you need to act like you know what you're doing. You have to act like you know what you're doing. And this is different from fake it until you make it. Okay. I don't believe in that. I believe in really working so that you come across confident because you are confident. In our class, our certification course, we have an exercise booklet, and every day, usually twice a day in class, we break into groups, and the hypnotists to be are practicing the skills that they're learning in class over and over and over again, supervised practice, so that they can be confident. But that exercise booklet is not filled with exercises that are supposed to stop at the end of the class. In class, I'm teaching them how to do the exercises so that when they get done with class, they can continue to do those drills. Drill, drill, drill. There's an old joke. How do you get to Broadway? Practice, 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 right? And what I want you to understand is that's what professionals do. Musicians drill, drill, drill. They do their scales, they practice over and over again their performance. Doing hypnosis with a client is a performance art. I want you to think about that. When you think about sports people, tennis players, wrestlers, whatever it is, golfers, what do? They practice, practice, practice. They practice putting over and over and over. They practice with the driver over and over and over, and so on. Actors and actresses, what do? They read their lines over and over and over and over. Okay. People sometimes say, oh, sometimes when I leave my course, I'm not very confident. Well, now you need to drill, drill, drill on the techniques that you've learned in class. One of the dreaded things that could happen when you're brand new, I know I was worried about this when I first started, is that one of my early clients might go, Cal, how long you been doing this? And I'd have to say, oh, I've been doing it for a couple of weeks. That's like a dreaded fear of a lot of new hypnotists. How do you overcome that? If I'd seen 100 clients, I wouldn't get that, right? Well, now I get it because they know I've probably been doing it 20 or 30 years and they're just curious. Gosh, Cal, how long have you been doing this? And I can say, oh, I've been doing it for over 25 years. Okay. And if you've got that, let them know that's a credential. But how do you avoid that question and build confidence? Drill, baby, drill. What you want to do is drill your inductions, drill your deepening techniques, all these things. Practice, practice, practice. Maybe you get a practice partner from class, or in the beginning, you don't really need anyone to practice on. I have a thing I call Mr. Pillow. The pillow right there when I was new, and I would just do my induction over and over again. And I'd do my deepening techniques. I would do my scripts, all this stuff over and over again. So it just flowed off my tongue. Okay. So you want to drill, drill, drill so that you don't even know how to do it wrong. Believe me, if you've done your induction and your deepening techniques 100 times, nobody is going to say, gosh, how long have you been doing this? Thinking that you're a newbie. All right. So there you go. Confidence in hypnosis, confidence in yourself. And now here's the biggie. I've been saving it for last. Confidence in themselves. This is the one thing that no pre-talk, no flair from the hypnotist, no reputation from the hypnotist, no scientific research can give. Confidence in themselves to be hypnotizable. How can you do that? Okay, there's only one way. Gosh, you've got to hypnotize them and show them that they're hypnotized. This is the best way I've found to do that. Use a powerful hypnotic induction like the 5-path induction. You can get on 5pathinduction.com, Also on the website where you got this video that you can do a search for 5-path induction, and I've got another video on that to teach how to do that. I also will go over it and over it in class, and you get to practice it over and over in class if you decide to take the class with me. Okay, now what's special about that is inside that induction is designed to take someone into deep hypnosis, stage 4 or deeper, okay? Stage 4 or deeper. I like to use a Harry Aaron scale. It's got 6 levels of hypnosis: hypnoidal, light, medium, threshold of somnambulism, full somnambulism, and number 6, profound somnambulism. Okay. What we want to do is have all of our clients be somnambulistic, hopeful, and confident. So what we do is we hypnotize them to a level of stage 4 or deeper, some level of somnambulism, covertly, in a way that they don't know they're being tested, so that if we need to, we can deepen and test again. Once we've got that level of hypnosis, a deep level, then we can do something fantastic. And that is use a light test like hypnoidal eyelid catalepsy or arm catalepsy. That's what stage 1, stage 2, hypnoidal and light hypnosis with reckless abandon. I know they're going to pass. How do I know they're going to pass? Because they just passed a test for stage 4, deep hypnosis. As an example, if I had a classroom of 4th graders and I gave them a test for 4th grade math, and then I took those that passed that test for 4th grade math, and then immediately gave them a test for 1st grade math, I can be 100% successful at getting them to pass that test. Same thing applies here. I secretly test them for stage 4 using an induction that's designed to take them to stage 4, 5, or 6. And then, once again, with reckless abandon, I can do a test for stage 1 or stage 2 that they know they're being tested. When I tell them their eyelids are locked down, glued shut, zipped tight, and to try to open them, but they cannot, try, but they cannot, try, but they cannot, guess what? They try and they find out they cannot, and then boom, we did it. Inside they're going, I did it. I'm hypnotized. Now, that also causes them their confidence to go in you to go up and in hypnosis to go up. But right now, the main thing is you now have a somnambulistic, confident client. They know they've been hypnotized. They know hypnosis is real. They know that you're a good hypnotist because you helped them into that state. Well, there you go. Confidence, confidence, confidence is the secret ingredient to taking your hypnosis practice to the next level for you to be able to be a much more successful hypnotist. Speaking of being a much more successful hypnotist, I want to see you in class. It's a 7-day certification course. It's appropriate for you if you're thinking about coming into the profession or if you're already in the profession and want to take your hypnosis practice to the next level. My next class is April 28th to 24, 2024. I've got another one coming up in September. And if you are thinking about doing it and that those classes have already passed, make sure you go to calbanyan.com, calbanyan.com, where I have my schedule always of my upcoming classes. And I want to urge you to enroll as soon as you can, because we typically have early registration discounts where you can save hundreds of dollars. Then when you graduate, you become part of one of the most enthusiastic, highest level of professionals, a community of 5-pathers that goes around the world. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Please see you in class. Cal Banyan, signing off.